Guys stepping up. Check out the box score. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. CJ Stroud never disappoints. Big game by him, but even a huger game by this defense that's been stepping up the past 3 weeks now. Shutting teams down, making it hard for them to even move the ball up the field. Houston Texans on the move. We said they was going to get their feet underneath them and then they're going to go on a run. This team is starting to go on a run. 5-1. When the last time they were 5-1? 2012. They're going to beat that record. Next game, they're going to beat that record. This team here, stand close knit. Now, one game at a time. We always preach that. They can build. They can keep on building until they finally meet a huge contender like a Baltimore Ravens, of course the Chiefs, teams of that kind of caliber, and go in and knock them down. This team going on a damn near 10-game winning streak, in my opinion. I know we got to still lace them up. We still got to play the game. But in my opinion, this team can run off 10 straight. They're that good. They're that deep. Nico Collins goes down. What happens? Other guys step up. If you want to call it stepping up. They doing what they've been doing. Man goes down. Their production just stays the same or go up a little bit. Don't have to be that much. There's talent there. But this game here, man, they hit the ground running. I'm talking about throws, runs, and this guy up here, Joe Mixon. Welcome back, Joe Mixon. Let's look at here. Let me pull this up a little bit. Joe Mixon. We're going to get down there to him, but let's check out CJ Stroud. 20 for 31, 192 yards, 6.2 on average, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Got sacked twice, negative 16, 74.5 on a QBR. Man, picture perfect. Yeah, we want to see a whole bunch of more yards from CJ Stroud. I know y'all want to see some 300s, some 500 games. But man, he did this one so cold. He didn't need it when you got the running game you have. Joe Mixon, welcome back. 13 carries for 102 yards. He was sadly missed. You can see this team operates on a different level when Joe Mixon is in the lineup. When they have that running game by Joe Mixon, this team can do anything on the field. You don't know where they're going to hit you from. All kind of different angles. Look who all Dameon Pierce. You don't know how proud I am for Dameon Pierce. The whole team was proud for Dameon Pierce in this game. All the talk, all the noise, all the injuries, all the he might be washed up. Oh, he might not even make this team. All the talk. He needed this type of game just for his confidence. Just for his confidence. And I like the way the coaching staff gave this guy a shot. They saw how Cam Akers wasn't really picking up too many yards the last couple of games, kind of hit and miss. I was like, why not throw Dameon Pierce in there? Let's see what he can do. He's hungry. He's starved. He wants to prove something. We kept him on this roster for a reason. Let him go out there and prove it. He took it and he relished the opportunity, and the man came out there and he ran like an animal. Excited to carry the ball, excited to go out there and produce for his team. Dameon Pierce came in there with 8 carries for 76 yards. Almost 10 on average. Yeah, it's a small sample size. He didn't get the ball all game, but it's 8 carries. That's what you call taking advantage of your opportunities. Right there, Dameon Pierce. Hell of a game. Shouts out to you. You and Joe Mixon, 1-2 punch. Couldn't stop you. Couldn't stop you. And we're going to get down to the receivers. Stephon Diggs. He don't need no introduction. We know about this guy. He's just laying in the weeds. When you need him, he's going to be right there. He's going to be right there. 6 catches for 77 yards, 12.8 on average. He got him a touchdown. 26 was his long. He got 7 targets. He was active in this game. Then you go into that, Tank Dell. 7 catches for 57 yards, 8.1 on average. All right? 1 touchdown. 20 was his long, 9 targets. Joe mixed a little 2 catches for 30 yards, but hey, he done all the running. You might as well mix in a little catches too, huh? Get a little yardage that way. Dalton Schultz, before catches, 27 yards, 6.8, but he said, I'm right here too. If you need me, I will be there, and he was there. Because every catch, every amount of yardage you can get helps this team getting closer to what they want to do. And right now, it's just stacking wins. We keep talking about stacking wins. This team is taking it one game at a time. You can see that. The confidence level is very high. And we ain't even gotten to the defense yet. Just proud of this team, because what they're doing right now is what we all expected for this team to do. Now look, it's early in the season. We still know that. We're not trying to put this team in the Super Bowl, which we want to. We want to put them in the Super Bowl. But we're going to go through the process first. No need to rush things. Let's get Nico back. Let the camaraderie continue to grow and get bigger. One game at a time, and you can see this. They're not looking past the next team. No. 1 week, one team, take them down, and then move to the next. This team already have chemistry within each other. They like each other. They like rooting for each other. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. All I could say was a great game to me. Nothing's going to be perfect, okay? You can pinpoint and dissect this whole game, but nothing's going to be perfect. But if you look at this game, this is a great team win where everybody's producing. Everybody's producing. They kept the foot on the gas pedal. They had the opportunity to try to kind of turn this around a little earlier, the Patriots. But the Texans weren't hearing that. They weren't hearing that at all. So a great team win, and I love it. I love it. Move on to the next. It's time to start breaking records now. Because this franchise haven't seen a lot of games strung together in a row. And if we can go ahead and beat that 12-4, which I predicted for this season anyway, come on. You can get those 14, 15 wins. I can see it. Stay focused. Just stay focused. And grind. Continue to grind. So yeah, man, they got production on offense, and they got a nasty defense that was stingy. Didn't want to give up too much. Yeah, they got 21 points, but like D'Amico Ryan said, kind of fell asleep, took the foot off the gas pedal just a little bit, relish in the moment, understanding that you're going to beat this team. But at the same time, you still want to apply the pressure. You want to keep them down. Because me, for as points, when I be looking at a great defense like Houston is, you want to keep them in the teens, 10 points, 13 points, 17, 18, kind of keep them away from the 20s. Because once you get 21, to me, it almost cancels out your defense. Yeah, you still play great defense, but you don't want to let a team get 21. You want to be a nasty, stout defense, respectable, grind defense. Keep them under 21 points. Any great defense will tell you that. Talk to Ray Lewis about it. He knows about it. Keep these teams under 21. It could be 20, it could be 19, but don't let them get that 21 mark. I don't like that 21 mark when you consider yourself a great defense. I just don't want to see that. Keep them in the teams as much as possible. I know we're talking about the NFL here, but hey, move along. Got to grind them out. Check out this defense. Neville Hewitt, he had 9 tackles, 6 solo. Will Anderson Jr. Was this Will Anderson Jr. breakout game? Was this Will's breakout game? I would say so. 8 tackles, 6 solo. Guy had 3 sacks in this game. 3 sacks. 3 sacks. 4 tackles for loss. Was he active? Bet your ass he was active. 3 quarterback hits. 3 quarterback hits. And this PD here, what, pass deflected? He got 1 pass deflection. Guy was active. Will Anderson Jr. was due for a game like that. Because he's always almost there. You can see how his motor is. Past weeks, we wondering, this guy got all this talent. He got all this speed. His attributes are just, I don't know, you might say like a mini Lawrence Taylor. I don't want to give him that much grace, but like a little mini Lawrence Taylor. And it was only a matter of time before it catches up with this guy. And he's going to start to produce, start making a difference on that field. He did yesterday afternoon. He tore it up. He tore it up. And now if he can bottle this, gain that confidence, and he got a little taste of this now he's believing he's good. He knew it was good, but now he's actually said, okay, I've arrived now. I've done this week. I got to continue to do it the following weeks. Build on that. Because the Texas defense is starting to get real stingy. They are. They're starting to turn this football over. And that's what D'Amico want to see. Turnovers. Take the ball away. Because that's what it's going to take when you go up against these bigger teams, right? Big high-profile teams. That's going to be the difference in you beating these teams. Turning the football over. Turning over the Chiefs. Turning over the Steelers. Minnesota, whoever's out there who think they're a part of something big, you gotta just turn the football over. Continue to apply the pressure. Allow them to make mistakes. That's how you beat them. You don't beat them just lining straight up, playing a clean game, and whoever wins just wins. No. You gotta put your imprint on the game. Get them to turn the ball over, putting the pressure on their quarterbacks, jamming the line of scrimmage up, making them one-dimensional. Have them throw the ball around early to catch up when you have that lead. That's when interceptions happen. That's when QB pressures happen. That's when tip balls, fumbles, anxiety for the other team goes up. Make them one-dimensional. This football team can do that. They did it yesterday. Great all-around win. Defense was just all over the place. Turning the ball over. Bullock, interception. Eric Murray, interception. It's hard to find fault in this game at all. Like I said, they might have just laxed just for a second. But other than that, man, you can't, they put it out there. And I know what a lot of people are going to say, oh, it was the New England Patriots. Yeah, we know. They're kind of rebuilding, you could say. It's not Tom Brady out there like in past. Because Tom Brady and the Patriots used to get the best of the Houston Texans for plenty of years. But to the Texans' credit, this team right here, you can put Tom Brady in his prime with the Patriots right now. They're going to get their fair share of wins. I bet you that. Patriots going to win some games, but the Texans going to get their fair share. They had Tom Brady at quarterback. With this team right now, they're that good. They can contend with anybody. Anybody. So let's go check out the Patriots real quick. All right. Drake May. They finally decided to go with this guy. And why not? In my opinion. Is he your future? Kobe Brissett, he just set the table, start the season, let this guy learn the playbook a little more, get a little more comfortable, learn from the veteran. But sooner or later, he's going to have to pull that plug. They pulled the plug. Put him out there. Let him go through his faults. You got to do that. You got to find out if this guy going to be great or he's just going to be chopped steak. You got to figure it out. He was 20 for 33, 243 yards passing. He passed more than C.J. Stroud. Almost the same attempts. 7.4 on average. 3 touchdowns. See, he almost mirrored C.J. Stroud. The only problem is he got one more interception than C.J. Stroud. But almost identical, you could say. So yeah, let him go through his problems, young quarterbacks are going to do that. You just have to go through it, especially when you're rebuilding. Because you want to find a diamond in the rough, and he might be a diamond in the rough. He played a hell of a game for a guy just, basically, I ain't saying he getting thrown in the mix. I know he played before, but this is basically really throwing him in the fire, and he's making something happen. He even carried the ball for 5 carries for 38 yards. That's not bad. Antonio Gibson, 13 for 19. See, look at that, smothering defense, though. Look at that. Texans defense. Made them one-dimensional. One-dimensional. Demario Douglas, 6 catches for 92 yards, 15.3 on average. He has him a touchdown, 9 targets. But no 100-yard receiver here. No 100-yard receiver. No 100-yard rusher. No 100-yard receiver. You got him to turn the football over. Equals a win in my book. So, damn good win to keep the train moving for the Houston Texans. Teams like this you're supposed to beat anyway. Line them up, knock them down. You know the team that's going to give you trouble, that you know you got to really get up for. Really get up for. It's a handful of them. And you're going to be meeting them. Right now, you just prime yourself, getting ready. One game at a time, week by week. Keep getting close as a team, close as you can get. Man goes down, next man up, attitude. But we know when this team is full force, man, got some offensive line people banged up, you know, it happens. Seems like it's happening every week. As long as they get up, get back in there, it's okay. Tunsil, he always going down. He's always getting banged up each game. Sometimes he comes back. Sometimes you have to sit out a few plays. Sometimes he's out a week or two. It's just going to happen with Tunsil. He's a big guy, moving a lot of parts around. Veteran, he's good. We want him out there. But you got to understand, he got a lot of wear and tear. Howard, he might get nicked and dinged here and there. Like I say, next man up mentality. People that got to go in there, hey, long snapper, whoever it is, you know, fill in, do your job. As simple as that. This team is deep enough to make that happen. So I'm enjoying every moment of it. It's a long time doing. Like I said, I'm not trying to put this team in the Super Bowl. I'm not trying to do that right now. But I'm saying the way it's looking right now is looking real good. It's looking promising, okay? This team is going in the right direction. Right direction. And they're already getting the notoriety around the league, the broadcast. Everybody's talking about them. They're trying to speed up the process themselves. Texans don't want them speeding up the process for them. They rather move quietly. Quietly. Just come through and sting you big in the end. That's what they want to do. Sneak up on you and then boom. But one thing these teams do know, or at least they thought in the past, that if you lean on this team long enough, they'll break, they'll let go. That's the old Texan team. See, they believe that's still here a little bit. Yeah, they give him some respect. You know, CJ Stroud's not the same team as in past, but they still believe if we just lean on them a little bit, they might let go of that rope. No, I don't think they're going to let go of that rope. If something happens down the road with this team, it will be the Texans beating themselves. It won't be another team just mopping the floor with them. The Texans, if they go down, it's going to be behind their own mistakes. You know, maybe a turnover they shouldn't have made at a crucial time, a holding call in a crucial part of the game that bags them up when it was in field goal range. It could be something minor just like that that could take them down in the end. If it happens, it will be something like that. It won't be a team just mopping the field with them. That will not happen. Or just ragdolling them around like they're a soft team. None of that stuff will happen. If they go down, it will be because of small, little in-game mistakes that they cause on themselves. And I hope that doesn't even happen. This team is too good, too smart, too together, well coached, got each other's back, enjoy playing with each other. Hey. So I'm enjoying it. We're going to get into the scoreboard here in a minute, but yes, I'm enjoying it. 41-21, Houston Texans took down, dominated The New England Patriots. Yes, it was the New England Patriots. But hey, they don't make the schedule. They put the team up there. We line them up. And we knock them down. That's just the way this goes. Team at full health. Teams depleted. It doesn't matter. That's why the games have to be played. You don't know what can happen. Because this team here, you could tell they was trying to, press the issue a little bit. They was getting down, and they started making some plays here and there. So if Houston was a team that would lay down and kind of play patty cake with them, this team could have gained some confidence, got back in the game, and who knows down in crunch time. You don't want to play with a team like this. That's why they had to get them out of there before any of that stuff happens. So, great game by the Texans. Moving along to next week. Got this one in the book, and once again, great win. Shouts out to Joe Mixon coming back and showing his worth. Said if I would have went out, this is what I'd have been doing, popping for hundreds every week. And he still might do that. Coming off an ankle injury. Shouts out to Will Anderson Jr. Finally letting his hard work pay off. Better watch out. They might have woke up a monster, man. When great players get a taste like that, keep an eye on him next week. That's all I would say. Keep an eye on Will Anderson Jr. next week. When you let great players get a little taste, they want the whole entree. He wants the whole entree. And then after that, he's going to want a little dessert. Then you're going to want a napkin. Then you want to be burped. I'm just saying. Keep an eye on Will Anderson Jr. Next week. Just keep an eye on him. He's going to be ready to go. He's going to be ready to go. Yes, making it Monday. Making it Monday. It is that. Let's get into the scoreboard real quick. See who won. See who lost. We ain't going to keep it too long here. I know how the busy week is. I do. New York Giants tried to give the Cincinnati Bengals a little scare. They tried to give a little scare. The misfits is what we call them, right? 17-7, Bengals took them down 17-7 with a little bit of scare. Fourth down play, they was in kind of field goal range at the end of that game. They missed one earlier. They might thinking, I don't want to kick the field goal. They'd have kicked the field goal. Who knows? Who knows? He would have missed it. He would have made it. Daniel Jones tried to fit a tight ball in there, got batted down, and then the rest is history pretty much. Cincinnati Bengals weren't going to let that go. They starving themselves. You think they're going to let that go? They try to fight for wins. So they finally got him one. 17-7.